Hi, and welcome back to another episode here at JT Fitness. Today with me, I have Giselle. Giselle jumped on board our 28-day challenge last month. Before Giselle jumped on board, she was really struggling in terms of trying to actually make some movement with her weight, putting in the time in the gym and as well concentrating on nutrition, but wasn't really seeing much movement on the scale. So this was really a big thing that she wanted to try and achieve just over the 28-day period. We managed to give her a lot more advice and for her to understand how to replenish her body correctly, increasing her energy, but also managed to make a 5-kilo drop just in the first 28 days. And now 1 week moving forward into the next program, she's already a kilo down more so 6 kilos in total so far. So well done to her. And I'm going to let her tell a little bit more about her story over the first 28 days. So where was you two then before starting the program?
I think, I have a propensity to put on weight. I don't know whether that's a female thing or just a thing. I look at food and it seems to immediately jump to my hips. I was going to the gym, so 4 times a week, which I'm sure had some fitness benefits, but I wasn't necessarily seeing any difference in my shape or my weight. And I think as soon as you start noticing that, or feeling like you're overweight, that it can be quite confidence shattering. And so that was obviously having an impact in how I perceived myself. I wasn't sleeping that well. I definitely wasn't drinking very much water, so I wasn't rehydrating. Now I know all the things I was doing wrong. But it was, I think it's a downhill slide, when you start noticing that you're putting on weight and feeling uncomfortable about yourself, and then you make excuses about, well, I have this incredibly hectic lifestyle, so I don't really have time to eat properly, and it's very hard to make improvements.
And it makes it even more hectic when you're energyless, and then, like you said, when you start to make up excuses, it probably makes other areas of your lifestyle even harder, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what was some of the biggest, obviously I know I mentioned the weight there, but what were some of the biggest changes you noticed yourself over the first 28 days?
Oh, there's been massive change. I mean, the weight's the obvious one, but it's also shape, so I've seen centimeters come up everywhere, which is great. And because, for me, my problem area is my hips and, bottom, my lower half basically. And I'm now seeing results there as well, which is fantastic. So, that helps build confidence. I've been sleeping better, which is definitely a bonus. And I've just found that my energy levels are increasing. I'm also, I've become a little bit more creative in what I cook, which is actually, it's a side effect, but it's a fantastic side effect. So I'm actually enjoying my own cooking again, which I know it's a bit of a weird one, but it's actually been really good motivation to eat differently and to do things that I know that I can continue long term. So that it's not just, okay, I'm going to diet, I'm going to lose weight. It's actually, I'm just going to make these changes, and they're things that are easy. It's easy.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's what I said. And you were all there going, well, it can't be. Well, it is.
Yeah.
Right? There was no diet plan. It was just a case of implementation over time from the information I was giving you. And I mean, you did a cracking job. Obviously, you're now cooking your own recipes and the weight's still flying up. So it's obviously working, right? Good job.
Definitely.
So what have you tried then before jumping on board the program here with us?
Oh, well, I think I've tried pretty much everything. I've done the 5-2, but I never last on it. I've tried just low calorie eating, but again, never stuck to it. I find, commitment is really difficult when it's an actual diet plan, because it just means as soon as you go off that plan, you've kind of destroyed all the work you've done and you go back to eating how you were eating before. So there's no real long-term gain. You might get short-term gain, and that's great, but if it doesn't last, then there's not much point to it, because it's just that yo-yo effect when nothing improves. I mean, obviously I've tried exercise, but yeah, I don't think any of those things have been effective, particularly over, I've only been doing this for 5 weeks now, and I've lost 6 kilos, improved my confidence. I've lost it to the point where people are noticing and commenting on how fantastic I look, which is really confidence boosting.
Good. I mean, if you're getting noticed by other people within 5 weeks and eating what you want to a certain extent, it's not too bad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and the final one then. So just over the whole 28 days, and there's loads of systems put in place, obviously, in terms of support, and obviously for you to get more understanding for myself, as well as some of your online things. What do you think benefited you the most out of everything?
That's a tough call because I think I've had benefits from everything, you know, but probably the biggest one for me was actually, it was actually looking at nutrition, because I think I was starting to get a little bit lazy in that I was buying pre-prepared food a lot of the time and thinking, oh, you know, it's not that bad. And it probably wasn't that bad, but it's more, if you're doing that all the time, you're not necessarily giving your body the nutrition it needs. And definitely water intake. And my water intake was really low before, whereas now I try and get to at least 2 liters a day.
So it's really,
and I'm noticing the difference in my skin as well. It just, you know, you get a healthier glow about you.
so wicked. So the replenishment side of things has really made a big difference for you.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, well done, my dear. So there we go. There's the results over the first 5 weeks now. So 6 kilos down so far. So well done, my dear. And I look forward to seeing your results now over the next 16 weeks. Good job.
Thank you.